pipe water in general is a bit expensive than borehole water. In my experience, if you have about 700 to 1,000. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be, as you've seen by the title, the cost of living in Ghana. I am going to only share with you the knowledge that I know. It doesn't mean that this is a general information out there. This is information that I got to know about and I would like to share with you. So if you really want to know the cost of living, you just have to experience it for yourself. That's the only real advice that I can give to you. And so let's get straight into it. This video I'm just going to hit a few points and go a bit into details like house in Ghana and renting and electricity, water and all those things, and I'll go a bit into details, and maybe here and there I will put an estimate cost also in it for you. But first of all, what I want to say is Ghana can be anything for anybody. Ghana can be as expensive as you like it, and Ghana can be as cheap as you like it. It really depends on you and the lifestyle that you want to live in Ghana and your budget for it. Of course, you can live a life that you go out every day and have fun every day, but we all know that that lifestyle is expensive. Also in Europe and also in Ghana, it's expensive everywhere. So it really also depends on you. You can also decide, okay, I'm going to live in a little village somewhere and start my own farm and grow my own corn and, you know, produce my own food and stuff like that. Take a solar light and stuff like that. Ghana can be that also for you. So I'm just going to give my general perspective of how Ghana can be for those who want the information. So I'm going to start with a house in Ghana. You can either live with family, that is one, or you can rent a house in Ghana. You can buy a house in Ghana, or you can build a house in Ghana. Those are all your choices. Renting in Ghana is not a joke, it's not easy, and it's also not cheap. But it is doable, it is possible. If you're renting in Ghana, you have to pay at least a year or 2 years ahead of time, which makes it really expensive, because if you're paying $100 a month and you have to times it by 24, that means you're paying a lot of money all at once. But people do that because people are not reliable when it comes to paying every month consistently. You come this month and they'll start telling you their whole family issues, and I cannot pay you this month because my daughter is this and this one is sick and I have to go to funeral here and there. And that's how they come about with a plan for you to pay everything at once. So that's how renting goes in Ghana. So it's either you pay everything at once or nothing. And in some case you can also pay it a month, but then it's really expensive compared to what you pay if you're paying it bulk at once. I'll see if I can find a few sites and put it in the description bar below. And obviously you can also stay with family, which is cheap. In most cases you don't have to pay anything, or you pay something really small to just support, or to just support the family. So that's the cheapest option. And the other option is also building, and building in Ghana can also be a hassle, although in the long term it's cheaper because you don't keep on renting and stuff like that. So you can look into building. I know a YouTuber here who is documenting her journey about building in Ghana, so I'll put her information here below, or I'll put it somewhere up there in the cards. You can also choose to buy a house in Ghana, so you can also save for it and invest your money in a house. Well, depending on the area that you want to buy a house, it can be expensive and it can also be cheap. I know a few real estate companies in Ghana that I think, okay, those are okay, so I can put their details also in the description box for those of you who like to look into buying a house. It really saves you a whole lot of hassle because the house is just already made, and in some cases they are already furnitured, so you only need to move there and you're pretty much done. And most of the time these companies also take care of electricity and water, so you don't have to deal with lights off and stuff like that. Like the lights goes off, the electricity power goes off, and the generator comes on automatically, so you don't have to do anything, and the water keeps on flowing. They just take care of all those things for you. So yeah, and most of the time it's a safe community where you stay with other people who bought houses also in the same area. So that was it with houses. Moving on to food. Food in Ghana can be as cheap as you want, but also as expensive as you want, depending on what you want to eat and where you shop. If you're going to shop every day from Accra Mall and all those malls and those places, that's going to be expensive, because most of those places sell also foreign food, and foreign food in Ghana is just expensive because obviously it's exported from a foreign country to Ghana, so it's expensive. But you can also choose to shop in a market, which is way cheaper than the supermarkets and stuff like that. And most of the time I do my shopping in a market, and you just have to watch things. Well, sometimes I just tell them to split the watermelon for me to see inside whether it's good and stuff like that, and they mostly do that, so it's just up to you. And obviously the local foods and everything is much more cheaper because it's grown there in Ghana, and the farmers and everything is just more cheaper than foreign food. So that is an easy choice for me. When I am in Ghana, I like to eat Ghana food, so yeah, I am not going to buy expensive foreign food. I'm just going to eat with the locals. One thing that can also be very expensive in Ghana is fuel, and also the whole transport around it. Fuel can be expensive in Ghana because it keeps on going up, and it doesn't come back down. So yeah, like if you are working every day, you are driving to your work every day, and you are driving a SUV car or something, and depending where you are living in Accra, you can depending on the distance between your work and your house, you can spend about 1,000 Ghana cedis on fuel only, which is somebody's monthly payment. Yeah, 1,000 Ghana cedis is about 200 euros, if not more. So that's pretty expensive for a monthly fuel. So yeah, but you can always choose to go with taxis or with trotro, that is the buses that carry people around. Most of the time I choose not to go with the buses because I find it not too comfortable and not too safe. They are always in a hurry because obviously they want to make they want to go more up and down, because the more they go up and down, the more money they get. So yeah, I cannot blame them, but I just don't feel too comfortable in it. But you can also choose to go with taxis and stuff like that, and it's not the cheapest, but sometimes it's just cheaper than driving an SUV in Ghana. Like taking a taxi from Accra Mall to Tema around Community 9 can take you, they can charge you about 25 or 30 Ghana cedis, which is about about 7 euros or something, which you think is not that expensive. But imagine you working in Tema and going there up and down and paying 30 Ghana cedis in and out on now 60 Ghana cedis. 30 Ghana cedis is just one way, so going in and out is 60 Ghana cedis. So that means you are paying 14 euros to go in and out every day to your work in Accra or Tema. So you should do the math. That's pretty expensive, but there are always ways around it. Like you can take a taxi and you can share the cost with other people who join that taxi. They also do that a lot, and that is also a cheaper. That is what I prefer to do instead of taking the trotro, because the trotro, they are just always in a hurry, and most of the time I just don't feel too comfortable. So yeah. One thing you also need to think about while living in Ghana is also internet. Internet can be really expensive, and you don't get the best internet for the price that you are paying. So I don't have a lot to say about this subject because I haven't found a way to make it better for myself. I haven't found a way to get proper internet, because I don't mind paying the price for proper internet. That's if your work is based on it. For small businesses in Ghana, internet is really an issue because you pay a lot of money and you don't even get half of what you're paying for. So that is an issue that is going on in Ghana. And if any of you have a different solution for this, please let me know in the comment box below. Comment section below. My next point will be electricity in Ghana. Most people in Ghana use prepaid, and prepaid is just paying money and you getting electricity, like slotting money and you getting electricity. They have this stores in town, like a center in town that you can go and pay money, and then they slot the internet on a card for you, and you just put it on your meter, and then you have internet and you have electricity. So that price that can cost you around 150 to 200 Ghana cedis a month, depending on how often you use electricity and how often you are home and stuff like that. That is about 50 euros a month on internet. Why do I keep saying internet? That's about 50 euros a month on electricity only. And the same goes for water in Ghana as well. You have the pipe water that you pay monthly for. You can pay around 100 Ghana cedis a month for pipe water. You also have polytank water, which is borehole water, and the polytank is on top of the house, and you fill it every now and then when it's empty. My husband used to pay 70 Ghana cedis for one of the polytanks, which is about 500 liters of water, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put it somewhere on the screen, I forgot. Which is about 500 liters of water. They fill both of them, so that is 1,000 liters of water. And it's about 70 Ghana cedis, and that lasts him for 3 weeks. And if I am in Ghana, then it lasts him about 2 weeks, because obviously 2 people are using that water. And 70 Ghana cedis is how much? 70 Ghana cedis is about 15 euros. So you can say that, okay, I'm putting 30 euros aside for water for this month. So if you're using pipe water, then obviously it's a bit expensive. It's and it all depends on how many people are living in a house and how often do you make use of your water and all those things. Pipe water in general is a bit expensive than borehole water. Pipe water can go about 50 euros a month, and borehole water can go about 30 euros a month, depending on how you're using it. My next thing will be healthcare in Ghana. This is something that you really need to save for before you go to Ghana, or save for monthly while you live in Ghana. It can be pretty expensive if you want to use private hospitals and stuff like that. And I also recommend you using private hospitals, although it's expensive, but you know that you will get the best care that they can give. Because general hospitals, and I don't have a lot of good experience with general hospitals, so I don't go to general hospitals. Like and by general hospitals I mean government hospital. There can be a lot of corruption there, that you have to pay for things separately. So you pay for consults separately. If you have an operation, example, you will pay for your needle separately, and you pay for your thread separately, and you pay for the bandage separately, and all those things. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, and it sounds very corrupted to me. So yeah, I rather prefer going to a private hospital and saving saving good for the private hospital as well. And apart from all those things that I've mentioned about, you also have other things like school for your kids. I don't know if some of you have kids and you want to move together with your kids. School for your kids, school fees, clothes, and all those things. It's just things that you have to consider while moving in Ghana. In my experience, if you have about 700 to 1,000 euros, that should be enough for you to live in Ghana every month. And that price and that budget that I just mentioned is exclusive rent and stuff like that, because rent is something that you are going to pay in bulk and you are done with it. Then you need to think about your monthly expenses. So I think somewhere between 700 and 1,000 Ghana cedis should be enough for a monthly budget in Ghana. That's if you're not going to go out all the time, because going out all the time, going to the beach all the time, visiting here, going there all the time is expensive, that I can tell you. Because and it's okay to do that when you don't live in Ghana. It's okay to do that when you come on vacation and you just want to have fun. Of course you should do that, but if you really want to live in Ghana, that is not advisable. Like when I was in Ghana for 5 months and I was living there, I wasn't traveling here and there all the time. Most of the time you just see me outside in a porch, just enjoying the nice weather with ice cream or something. So you can just find little ways to just enjoy living in Ghana instead of going out all the time and making unnecessary costs. And also for the people who are asking me that they are going on vacation and they are thinking of how much money they should take with them, I think if you're living in Ghana, like I said, I think somewhere between 500 somewhere between 700 to 1000 euros should be enough per month to live there. But if you're going on holidays and you're planning on fun trips and all those things, I think somewhere between 1000 and 1500 euros to 2000 euros should be enough for you for the month. It all depends on what you want to do and where you want to travel to and how you're going to travel. Are you renting for that month, or are you living with family for that month? Do you want to go to North Ghana, or do you want to stay in Accra, and all those things? It really depends on what you want to do. Do you want to go out every day and stuff like that? So that can go between 1000 euros, 1500 euros, and if you really want to have a lot of fun, maybe 2000 euros. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I was able to give you the information that you were looking for. But like I said, if you really want information, you should experience it for yourself, because then you know how it goes in Ghana. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I will leave as much links in the description as I can, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.